Hi guys, welcome back to PayDeathGaming, and my name is PDG. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. So guys, today we're going to talk about the basics in Idle Heroes. What I mean by basics is how you are supposed to play the game optimally when you're starting a new game, right? So the way the game is played 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 years ago is different compared to right now. And I noticed that when I played the game last 3 months, a lot of players don't know how to build a hero optimally, or at least how to progress fast in this game. So there's plenty of players who still needs some sort of information regarding how we can build a specific hero to its optimal state so that we can progress into the game. Alright, so let me first talk about the goal in which you have to have if you're starting a new game as a new player. So this is going to be a video about how to progress fast in the game as a new player. If you've been playing the game for quite a long time and you know how the game is all about, then you don't have to watch this video. But if you still want to watch it and critique me on how I do my content, you may, or you are welcome to do so. This is mainly for new players and people who'd like to be guided on how to optimally progress in the game, as well as for my community on my Discord, for those new players who are actually seeking assistance for me on how we could optimally progress in the game. Alright, so let me introduce you to one of my accounts. It's Pat. Alright, as you can see, it's VIP 3. I just actually recently made it at VIP 3 simply because we had just recent events that are good for me to purchase some VIP points. And then along with that, I am able to get this 5-star shards that were actually a lot. So I just purchased VIP 3. Right? And then of course we have those scrumptious bag space that I sorely needed. Alright, so basically the goal somehow from past Idle Heroes gameplay is somewhat similar but quite different. Let me explain to you. So if you have a new account, mainly for me the goal is for you to unlock Gate of the Void as much as possible, and for you to do that you have to have a hero at E4 as much as possible. So E4 is just a character or hero that you would want to put on, sorry, it's E5. It's E5. So you just have to upgrade this hero up to E5, and the way you do it is by clicking this and just putting in the father here up until you reach E5. So you have to unlock E4 to get to E5. So once you have unlocked E5, that's going to unlock Gate of the Void. So that's one of your goals. Another goal is for you to finish Void campaign. So this process actually takes like around 2 months, probably 3 if you're not that active. I'm not quite sure. I think I finished Void campaign in almost 3 months, I think, or 2 months, right? So requirement for you to finish Void campaign is for you to grind the time. So you have to clear the stages as much as possible so that you can earn some of those this experience points, as well as golden spirit that comes along with it, as well as resources, to reach to level 130 so that you can unlock Void campaign. And of course you have to clear the stages. So that's the requirement. Right? So that's another thing, and I would want to add something, and that is for you to at least get Sea Land 20 here on one of the factions, for you to accumulate food. Food is what we call it, so that you can get a lot of heroes, so that you can upgrade your heroes as soon as possible to get to those heroes that you need to get to E5. because this game of Battle Heroes is all about food, food, food if you are in the early game. So that's just 3 requirements for you to progress faster in this game. Unlock Gate of the Void, get Void Campaign as much as possible, get to 130, and get your Sealand 20 as much as possible so that you can accumulate a lot of food. Right, so the game of Idle Heroes is somewhat similar to what it has been in the past. So one thing you have to do and to put in mind if you're playing this game is to plan ahead of time. So planning ahead of time would actually save your resources, time. If you're a spender, money could be considered. So you have to have a plan in mind if you want to play this game. That also keeps you motivated in playing this game if you have a consistent plan in mind. So as a beginner, you have to select a hero that can carry you through the game. So as a beginner, you are not able to unlock the Cloud Island here, not unless you have a hero at V4. So take note, this is E5 if you unlock this one, and once you unlock this one, you will be able to unlock this specific tab, which allows you to upgrade your certain heroes to have these imprints. And for those imprints, you require what we call stellar shards and food for you to upgrade them on this circle. So important thing is for you also to accumulate these stellar shards, which you can actually accumulate over time, and on certain events you can get those stellar shards for free if you want to as well. And then you could also convert them in Gate of the Void by means of doing your cores and then using those cores to convert this specific cores into stellars. Take note, as a new player, please do take this route. Don't get this route. Please always use stellars. As of right now, I would just say like 2 or 3 months, because like 2 or 3 years ago, I think the rule was never to go here. But right now on certain events, there is an option for us to go here so that you could get your Transcendence heroes as fast as you can, so that you can also progress as fast as you can in the Void campaign, because on the Void campaign it requires you 6 Transcendence heroes in order to progress, which I'm going to talk on a separate video later. But the important thing is for you to get as much as possible these stellar shards, that you can imprint that specific carry hero that you'd want to V4 in order for you to unlock the Celestial Island here and Cloud Island, and you can put that specific hero here on a tenant spot. Right? So again, it's planning ahead that's important. So my suggestion, if you're planning ahead of time, and the go-to carry hero for me, that's actually the best here that could get you the best progress, is always going to be our girl here, Eloise. Alright, so you can just build your Eloise like 2 or 3 months. You could make her your mainstay hero, and do take note that her tenants are good. You could build an On-Kirimaro here, which can later be converted into an Aspen tenant as well. So having On-Kirimaro is good, and Strength Hero is also good as a tenant because it gives a lot of HP. Right? And then for the second tenant, I would actually prioritize Tix here before On-Kirimaro, because Tix is easier to get. So that's gonna be Eloise, Tix, and you have to slowly build up your carry. Carry is a tenant to some of the other Transcendence heroes, but I personally love carry not as a tenant hero, but just a specific hero that can be good at just 10 star, because I do use the carry cheese method up until this day in Guild Wars. So I'll just put 5 carries and 1 Asmo, and it wrecks a lot of people. So you could save a lot of copies if you just build a lot of carries at 10 star. Right? But it's your choice. You can go Tix, carry, I would choose probably Jara here, or I could just choose Saja, because you already have what you call this, a shadow hero here, a shadow hero here, and a shadow hero here. So a shadow hero here might be difficult to get, especially if you don't have a lot of fodders for shadow. So you could go fortress route here and go Saja if you'd like to. So again, the main goal in mind is for you to plan ahead of time, and that's getting Eloise. That is if I were to play this game seriously and all over again, right? So if I go the Eloise route, I would go, next plan would be go the Mockman route if it's free to play, if you're playing optimally, because the Mockman route here actually one of his tenants is Eloise, and we have Onkirimaru and Saja, which you already built. So you can then transition to a Hyperspace Hunter Ilamak, transition to an Arania, and you can probably choose another Mockman, because I think Mockman is better than 4Cs because he's a strength hero, and then go from there. So that's just me telling you on how to plan ahead if you want to start an account and progress optimally. So plan ahead of time, and what you just need to do is you just need to focus on building a single tenant, which is Eloise, and then feeding her all of the food and stellar shards. Once you're done that, you go to the next tenant, which is Tix. Feed everything in Tix, food, stellars, then go Carry or Saja or Onkirimaru. Right, so if it's going to be the third month or second month, I believe you do have enough of those purple goo, which is what we call those goos that you can convert a specific hero into Transcendence. So that's the time that you pick your Transcendence hero. But let me talk to you about the route I got, which is Patricia. So as you can notice, what I did here on this account is I just built Patricia here, focusing everything on her, and then I'm focusing on its tenants. So I'm upgrading Ilamak here, and what you call this, Natalie as her tenants. I'm prioritizing this both. I'm actually going to transfer this C minus a stone to this one, but I don't have copies of Natalia yet. So you just have to focus on one single hero that you're actually going to power up so that it would be much stronger compared to it spreading it out. Right, just focus on building one, and if you happen to have another Transcendence hero you want to build, I suggest you have to build your specific hero that's good in Star Expedition. So the best lineup that you can get right now for Star Expedition, I do believe, is an Aspen build or a Lord of Fear Aspen, because his tenants are actually really good doing SE or Star Expedition. So as you can see here, Lord of Fear Aspen, where is that guy? It's always been a staple here in Idol Heroes as a main carry hero, and it's getting boring. Actually, he is my main hero on my main account and is doing a lot of damage if you build him right. So you can build, of course, a Queen, which is actually good in supporting. You can build an Elena. So two of these Transcendence heroes are really great for Aspen. And if you don't have the Aspen yet built here, you can go Drake if you'd like to. Drake has a skin which can also help you do more damage in certain game modes if you don't want to get the Aspen route. But eventually you have to go to Aspen because he deals a lot of damage, especially it's a strength hero. He also has a skin. But since you already built an Aspen here, it might be quite difficult to get those 18 Aspen copies at first. But we do have a lot of chests coming in, and if it's gonna be easier for you to get this Aspen, go the Aspen route. Don't waste your time in Drake. But I'm not saying that Drake is not good. You can also go the Drake route if you'd like to do so. And of course, on the Kirimaru and Amin-Ra here, I guess there's a lot of dark heroes that you can play around with, Aspen and what's this, Elena. So it might be difficult to get an Amin-Ra, but if you do, you can, because Amin-Ra is actually stronger compared to that of Kirimaru as a hero on your team. Alright, and Amin-Ra actually has a skin and that boosts attack and HP for your tenant. So it's not bad if you go the Amin-Ra route, but if you're in the middle game or end game, get on Kirimaru because he gives a lot of stats because he's a strength hero. Yeah, he is actually better than Amin-Ra. Right. So the way you want to get Aspen is Aspen, Queen, on Kirimaru, and Elena. Right. So that is if you want the Aspen route. Again, this is just planning ahead of time which way you would want to go. So I'm not saying that Eloise here is the best option for you to go to, because I'm actually getting tired of building Eloise. I have built him or her several times already, and the game is easier for me. That's what I did with my Patricia account. This was actually an Eloise account prior to that. So I actually progressed the game. I'm going to show you the difference among the other players on my server later, even though I'm just VIP 3, and I actually just had that VIP 3 fairly recently. Right, so you can actually try to build some other carry heroes. I think G-Ster is also a good hero to build on as a first Transcendence hero. You can try that route for SE purposes because he deals a lot of damage. You can also go the Asmodel route. I'm actually trying to check and do that right now on one of my alt accounts. You can do the Asmo route if you would like to do so. You could also do the old school way of doing the upgrading of certain heroes with Fairy Queen Vesa. Fairy Queen Vesa also deals good damage to the Squid boss, but it's up to you. Basically, the reason why I mentioned Vesa because Vesa copies are actually really easy to get right now, because you can get that on the purple chest, and a lot of Vesas are actually being given for free. And her tenants is actually Fairy Queen Vesa, which is good. You have the option of not building Betty. You could go Jara instead. Then you can go Flora here, and then you can get to a higher seal land because you're building Queen, probably a Rogan. Then you can build Freya. Prior to Freya being a Transcendence, is also a Fortress faction hero. I could also go the Freya route here if you'd like to, before going to the Jara route. So you can get actually 4 or 5 heroes in the Forest faction and do some amazing damage on Fortress Seal Land so that you can get a lot of food. So going the Vesa route is also a good option for you. So having that stated, you have a plan in mind. So whatever carry hero you have, you just have to focus on that specific hero, put him as your tenant, focus on building the tenants that you want for that specific hero, and just establish them prior to moving on to the next one. Right? So as you can see, this account is just like probably 4 months old and counting. And as you can see, I am having a power of, let me check, strongest heroes, 207 million. Yeah, 207 million on a 4-month-old account that has just been recently made VIP 3. How can I tell you that I just recently made VIP 3? Alright, let me go to my friends list here. Where's that? Whose Phaser actually is one of the players here that's a spender who is actually good. Let's just check Aspen Dungeon here. And let's check the leaderboard. So we have the whaliest of whales on our server, which is Vegito. Already completed Purgatory 400. And a Phaser, you saw him earlier on 4th place. Alright, so we have several spenders here, and some of them actually quit. So I am on the 25th spot, and I'm actually not playing this Aspen Dungeon game mode optimally. I'm just putting my phone down and just hitting the clear and do the next or skip the next battle and just eat my lunch or breakfast, then go back and actually go to Purgatory 30. Anyway, we do have specific players here like Beardy. You see the difference in level. I'm 170, this guy is 196. Simply is telling you that this one is 190. Striker, there are a lot of players here. This one, Adim, is one of my guild members. He is level 211. I think he is VIP 5. A lot of players here that are actually have better VIP levels than mine, but I have more power than them simply because I follow the rules for me to get a higher power, and that's just by focusing on one specific player. So you saw Deem earlier here on the leaderboard on our Aspen Dungeon. He is level 211, and I think he is VIP 5 or VIP 6. Let's take a look at his power. He just managed 129 million power. Let's say 130 power. As you can see, he is spreading out his resources. He should focus on building Lord of Fear Aspen, focusing the stellars as well as imprints and spirits should be on Queen and Elena. So this tells me that this player is actually fairly new to the game and probably does not know how to manage his Cloud Island tenants. But I'm not saying he's not good. He's just probably learning and can probably change that. I'm going to tell that to him personally if I do have the time. Anyway, as you can see, he's level 211, yet he's just 130 million power, whereas I am on how much was it again? 207 million. So that's the difference if you play this game optimally. Alright, and I just did mention to you that I just made this account VIP 3 fairly recently. I think Notorious here was also playing with me at the start of the game, and is actually on my guild 4. He's just having 73 million power, but he has this Juicy A copy. Who else do I have here? Bendy Man actually is also VIP 3. I think is his alt account. So this is the reason why I'm telling you that I just made this account fairly VIP 3 recently, because Bendy here started his account VIP 3 already, so he earned experience quite faster than me. So he's 12 levels above me, also on VIP 3, and that's telling you that I just made this account to VIP 3 recently. So there's still a huge gap in power. He has only 106 million and I have 200 million. So that is what you get if you decide on focusing all of your resources in building just one tenant at a time and maxing it out one at a time. Alright, so this is my guide and basic 101 guide for new players out there who'd like to progress faster on this game optimally. Again, thank you for watching. My name is PDG. Have a great day. You take care.